All right, let us party. Woo! How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, one and all. Let me say hello to all the nice people in chat. How you doing, Matthew? Congratulations on your first. How you doing, Moss? How you doing, Jay? How you doing, Nobody? How you doing, Taro? Tarak Aro. There we go. How you doing, Aro? Welcome, 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 welcome. Also, Moss and Aro, enjoy your lurks. And I'm feeling. How you doing, Duke? How you doing? How you doing? God bless every one of us, Charlie. It's been a while since I've seen a Charlie Brown thing. I don't think that's how they sound at all. I'm doing okay. I still got like a bit of a cough. Better than it was yesterday. So I'm feeling all right. I went to the shop today to play Trench Crusade, and I had a lot of fun. I guess apparently for this campaign, I'm going to be maining Trench Pilgrims now, which feels weird. I thought I was going to be a Heretic boy, but nah. I was like, hey, what? Like I have like 2 characters in this campaign. What do you want me to play, opponent? And they're like, no, you should do Pilgrims. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, because effectively I was doing like double duty in the campaign slots. How you doing, Chakra? How you doing? How you doing? I was doing double duty in the campaign slots because we just didn't have enough people. We found like a whole pair, like, I think we found like a whole bunch of new people who were like interested in Trench Crusade. Like they were independently playing a game by themselves, and we were like, no shit, we're playing too. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, thank you, Shakray. The funny thing is, like, I brought this to the shop, showed my friend, and he's like, ooh, cool, and then we didn't use it. I just totally forgot. But yeah, I ideally want to finish it today. So something I realized too with the metal, I could have just did my usual like tarnished material, like do the blue. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that shit. This would have made way more sense to do. So yeah, I'm gonna give everything a little bit. Luckily, any paint that's already there, I can kind of like leave it on, so it's not too bad. Yeah, my turquoise kind of like tarnished metal, where like I do this and I like dry brush it later. Yeah, I crusade those trenches. I crusade those trenches. It worked out pretty good. I was doing the supply raid mission. That's way too thin. Where effectively your opponent tries to blow up some objectives and you gotta stop them. I was able to. I lost a lot of objectives, but I was able to turn it around just through sheer killing. Because, goddamn, Methodius trying to anchorite with an auto gun is really stupid. And I got one of those like little ammo monk guys because I want to make it even stupider somehow. Yippee! How you doing, Steve? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, yeah, that color combo is I love it. I love it to pieces. It's like to the point where I'm like, why didn't I use it on this one? Maybe that should have been an earlier sign that I wasn't feeling good. I was like, I'll just do bare like metal on here. This will be fine. And everyone should have been like, how are you diseased? Oh, how you doing, Chugster Cheese? Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Howard the Mimicoff, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skate variety. What were you working on art today? I am just starting for this session, Trench Crusade. It's technically probably more Mordheim, but I do want to primary use it for Trench Crusade. And how you doing, Horror Loving? Hold on. Nice. Well, you do so I have a week off, and I want to try to at least get, if not a video, enough footage for one, that I can get something done. I definitely want to still make that video. I really do. I really, 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 really do. I kind of want to make like people like I'm at a weird spot. It's like I could make a YouTube short on that because there's like not that much. Oh, what were you doing? What were you doing? But it's like I could also maybe like, should I combine that for like a bigger thing? Like people like ask me just like miscellaneous Q&A things, because I gotta ask a lot of little small questions about like my setup and whatnot. Like that could work. I don't know. I want to say it'll happen. I really want it to happen. I just cannot give any hard and fast dates. And it's all good. It's all good. If you're just having fun doodling, and that's it. Do not worry. You do not need to get deeper into the shit. And how you doing, Minnie Da? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm working on this little house once more because I think I can get it. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like a short would be good for that. So I'll have to do that. I'll have to do that then at some point. Because apparently, oh yeah, that's another funny thing. So one of the people I played Trench Crusade with found out I was a VTuber, and do you guys want to know how? You guys want to know how they found out I was a VTuber? The algorithm recommended one of my shorts, and he's like, "Hey, I've played against that model." It's like, oh, well, okay. It'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes. Yep. How you doing, Charlie? Yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah. The suffering from success is real. It's not too bad though. Like, you know, everybody who I play war games with are like pretty cool people anyway, so it's not like I'm like super worried. But it's just really funny how that worked out. 8 ounce, 20. Yeah, like they're pretty like complex too. So best of luck with those. Best of luck with those. The innards of this bullshit. This has like the occasional angles is gonna be a little tricky. I've been doxed by the algorithm. It's fine. Hello, everybody. I just go to the shop and be like, hello. I am Halbert. I don't know why people assume my like a lot of people assume my name is Halbert for short. It's very funny. It's very funny. I don't know why. It's consistent enough that like I don't think it's like a bit. Like I think a lot of people generally think that like Halbernock is short for Halbert. Or Halbert is short for Halbernock. I don't know. It's not one I would have personally gone to. I just find it funny how like reoccurring that is. Hello everyone, it's me, Halbert Natch. I'm a private PI from the 80s. I'm gonna solve that fucking crime. Let's go. It's me, Halle Berry. How you doing? So you can tell my voice is feeling better because I can do incredibly shit accents. It's great. Excellent. How you doing, Nitrous? Welcome. How you doing? But yeah, played some games at the shop. It went pretty good. There we go. Peak shitty accents. Shitty accents are the best. They're so fun. Everyone should do shitty accents all the time. Even for regular speech. Like you don't need to speak like a real person. It's fine. Halbert Snatch would be a great. I mean, I feel like there already exists like a detective with the last name Snatch. That feels like a thing. No, I might be thinking Snatcher, the Kojima like point and click adventure that's not Police Knots. Which I really like Police Knots. Maybe someday I'll go to Snatcher as well. I don't know. It's not like a super high priority at the moment for me to like knock that bad boy out. Alright, so I also want to do, let's see. So my dark gray is not out yet, but I got a new bottle and it's like the new formula. So I'm curious how it looks. Does this new variation match? Up. How's it doing, Finbar? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How you nerds doing? If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf, miniature-painting VTuber of the Nurgle's Game Variety. What minis were you working on? I'm working on a whole ass house. I'm working on a house. Am I winning? I did win today, actually. I did win in the Trenchant Crusades, and it was pretty good. I had fun. Turns out Shrine to Anchorite with an autocannon's pretty good, and I'm leaning in. Also, how you doing, Ryder KB? Welcome in. Holy shit, a lot of people coming in today. What minis were you working on, nerd? Hello, everyone. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle's Game Variety. How you doing, Thought Criminal? Yeah. How you nerds doing? What are you nerds working on? Once again, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle's Game Variety. Ooh, this formula is the exact same old color, just in a slightly different bottle. Thank good. Thank gold. Ooh, Spaceballs. Hell yeah. I've been working on my Emperor's Children. Oh yeah, let me show you the model I worked on. So I still want to work on the Noise Marines, but I feel like alternating those every other week is good because otherwise it's like just for a little bit of variety's sake. In my fever dream, I created a lab. There we go. That's how you doing, Mr. Donut. I'm glad you like my stuff. Hell yeah. Behold, let me zoom in a little. It's gonna be a little fuzzy because this is made from Maximum Distance. This is a Lord Cacophonous made out of a Chaos Lord with a 3D printed set of like shoulder pads and a backpack. So the box never gives you a right-handed screamer pistol. So I was like, fuck it, Chaos. He's got 2 left arms. We got the back tube, we got his claw, we got some barbed wire. So yeah, he's who I want to work on next week. Oh, fuck yeah, Frame Arms Girls. Let's go. I have a Abelard, a Architect. What is that? Why does Max actually zoom me into? And what's the other one I have? A gold eye. I have a gold eye. I haven't bought a frame arms grower in a while. But before I got back into minis, I was way more trying to like I was like, Plomo fun. Plomo still is fun. It's just that like even when I see like a reasonably priced Plomo thing, I'm like, but I could spend money on minis and it just falls apart. It just doesn't. It's too strong. That urge is too strong. Yeah, the thing is, like, I mean, technically I could have 3D printed, maybe, like, found an STL and printed a right arm, but I was like, this is kind of fun, actually. I kind of like the double arm. Yeah, good old Blorbus. Whatever the fuck I named my Rogue Trader guy way back when. The fattest fuck who ever lived. What a unit. It's a shame he died of Ligma and I did not continue that run. No, I didn't continue that run because I like Rogue Trader. It's a long S game. It's a long S game. Holy shit. He's got 2 left arms for praising Slanesh, you know. Oh shit! Oh god! How bad was the damage? How bad was the blast back? Holy shit! Hopefully nothing too major. Hopefully nothing too major. Yeah, I guess what color too, but still. Damn, that's like, oh god, that's everybody give Mini out your strength, because holy shit, that's like worst case scenario. It's funny, it's like I know an okay amount of 40k copy Busta stuff. I actually don't know if I know a Rogue Trader specific one. But yeah. Also, if anyone has any questions about like anything on painting or Trench Crusade or Turnip or whatever, also Ryder, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome to the workshop. Hell yeah. But yeah, so today I've been sick for a week and I wanted just to do some terrain. So today is very much a I was is taking a big chill and doing some funky little bricks and whatnot. Today. This is like mostly not. This is mostly pretty far along, so I'm not like this shouldn't take super long. I don't think. Army girl. Oh boy. Oh, it's at work. Oh no. Oh yeah, I got nothing but jams. Do you guys got like those like little like wipes? Like those might be good right now. I'm gonna use a bigger brush for this. And like dab off a little bit of the water. You get people who are newer will come to learn that I tend to over thin my paints. No thick paints here. Only the thinnest, runniest paints that have ever lived. This isn't too bad. Oh, too bad. Grab it. Put a little bit around here. This one might require. I think I just need some more gray on there. Yeah, one atom. The thinnest paints. The thinnest of paints. There we go. There we go. There. Okay. So you got supplies. So it's not fucked. Still perilous. Once again, my energy and my jellies coagulate into the shape of a heart. Go out to you. So that gets taken care of. Sides. I also have like a couple of other like little micro buildings as well. If like while I'm waiting for stuff to dry, I figured today I'm gonna stick as much to terrain as possible, and we'll see how that goes. There we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, can I offer you? Hey, can I offer you some goo in these trying times? Hey, there we go. If I did that yesterday, I would have started coughing. I might still cough as a heads up. I'm like on the declining edge of being sick, but it'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. Oh shit, we go in mimic mode. Ah. Stop. Oh god, I forgot I had the Thin Your Paints Ultramarines in the bottom left corner. I was like, huh. There we go. That's a good height. Yippee! Let's go. Just get a snack. It'll be fine. How you doing, Steve? How you doing on the YouTube side? It's all good. It's all good. A little bit stuff like that. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is a good word. Or a good sentence. Like good pun, I guess. Okay. What's a pun? Let me get a little bit on the copy bit on here, and that's basically done. All right, I mean, not done permanently. All right, so now what I can do is I started to paint the wood darker, which means that the brown for the dirt, I need to go lighter. Part of me was thinking just going this like leather brown. Be strong, Clarence. Be strong for the Emperor. How you doing, Nintendo? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Should you get another Skaven Spearhead? Do the models from the Spearhead stack very well? Like, I know the, like... I can see the gun maybe being fine, and like, you know, clan rats are clan rats. Would another Spearhead do anything, though? I mean, if you want, at the end of the day, if you want it, go for it, but like, you know. I don't know if there's like a better option for like acquiring more rat. But, it's like... It's brown, but not brown enough. I need a good light brown. Not that brown. Oh, there's one with store. Oh, okay. Oh, that seems pretty good then. Okay. I was thinking the Skaventide box and that were like relatively similar. That's how you doing, Lego Man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, hold on. I put up a couple browns behind my desk. Alright, let's try a mahogany brown on the dirt. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. How you doing, Fancy Count? Okay. How you doing? How you doing? There she get a pikeman. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. I have so many like half finished. I'm very good at finishing individual characters. It's like once you get into the once you get into the full like units is where I begin to struggle. How is this brown? Thinking. How are you doing, Lana? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Still not feeling it. I gotta work my way to a brown that I enjoy. Let's see, we got could just stick to a burnt umber, which would be like a little. This is hard. I have so many browns and they're never the right shade. I might need to. I don't want to mix anything. Like I don't mind mixing paints. It's mostly the fact that I'm going to be recreating this on a lot of terrain. I need to like work on something a bit more consistent. All right, cool. We're back from break 2. Okay, I got a chocolate brown? Chocolate brown might not be bad. There we go. I thought it'd be fun to put like I have like one of those like tool things with like a pegboard on it. So I thought it would be good just to print out some things that would like hold some paints. And I was like, okay. That sounds handy. That sounds nice. I do I might need to just quit being a weenie and actually like mix this. So this is pure chocolate brown. Actually, no, this is pretty good. Okay, this is like a pretty good shade. I am eventually going to use pigment powders over this anyway, so I probably shouldn't even get like too caught up in this bullshit. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. This is a pretty solid dirt. Nice chocolate dirt. Chocolate dirt. What kind of maze you have? Hey, let's go. You should. The Trench Crusade. Good. What am I gonna do? Do I want to do a Trench Crusade? I'm debating next week. Like I either go reasonable, which is I save some of my ducats and I just buy a Stigmatic Nun and just kind of like coast on that. The other option is I begin selling shit so I can buy a second Shrine Anchorite. And then move some stuff around so it can have the upgrade that lets me promote it. Like, I kind of think I want to do that because, like, ooh, promoted Shrine Anchorite is going to be just like... I already have one Shrine Anchorite that's an elite, and that's pure sex. Another one would be, like, double sex. Chocolate dirt. Some stay dry and others feel the hurt. Chocolate dirt. I don't know. Like, There's something like babies born. I don't know. It's like I've heard Chocolate Rain so many times over the years, but like if you like, recalling the lyrics past the first, like some stay dry and others feel the pain. Like it's just like one of those funny things that like Chocolate Rain is like legitimately like a very like political and deep song, but just because it was done in kind of like a, at the time was a, no, still is, but like it was done in a very like sincere but kind of like low rent manner by like someone who's like, you know, kind of like not familiar with recording music stuff. It kind of just turned into an early meme. How you doing, Fred? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah. Like out of all the like people who kind of blew up on like early, early to like no, not early 2000s, like mid to late 2000s memes, I feel like Tezonde like walked away from that pretty well. I leaned away from my mic to say bye. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now I like the meme doesn't get you cash anyway. Now the way you get cash from a meme is to have like a Twitter account where you just steal memes and you just repost them, and then you just get passive Twitter income. That's just the way you make money on memes now. Or then again, I guess the fucking Hawk-Tua girl, I guess is kind of counteracting that, where she's kind of doing the classic style where she had her like 0.3 milliseconds of fame, decided to like, you know, get into some sort of like money making scheme and then just kind of duck out. Yeah, that is kind of rough that like he is like kind of like definitely a way better thing than Crazy Frog. Fuck Crazy Frog, holy shit. Yeah, are you making a fucking... it still baffles me that like people still like... I know that now a lot of like NFT advertisements are done for no one. Like they'll just make like Toby Fox. I'm gonna be honest, I've not played Deltarune. I don't like playing the game piecemeal. I've been waiting for Deltarune to be done so that I would consider playing it. But like, I'm aware that he made a character with a name based off of like a shitty like 3D rig he did like ages ago. It's really funny. The guy managed to get his character's arms to clip through themselves in a way that I've never seen before. You know, good old fun. And then somebody just straight up like ripped that off and tried to make some meme coin out of it. And it's like, nobody's buying that. Nobody believes that's going to be worth something, but like, that's just like the environment is so predatory for that kind of thing that it's like, they're just fucking doing it. Yeah, like ripping on NFTs. That's the thing I meant to say. Like, was pretty big like 2 years ago. Like they're still doing it, but like it's like even that's played out. Like they're all just like festering now into nothingness. Oh, and absolutely, Borderlands will absolutely have a Hawk-Tua 100%. Why would they remove the dick? Like, for people who don't know, Crazy Frog has a weird dangling vestigial penis. Also, my camera froze. And it's gross and off-putting and a crime that it exists. However, I believe that is a disservice to remove it. Like you know, you gave him a dick. Your sin is locked in. Like you can't back your way out of this one, motherfucker. If you're gonna be dicks out for Crazy Frog, you're always gonna be dicks out for Crazy Frog. Oh yeah, I think most people forgot he has one. Like I could probably put it on screen because it's really not that like vulgar, but I don't. Why am I tiny? Oh, there we go. Make my monster grow. Yeah, God, yeah, no, the scams are so, it's so bad. Like, Twitter is so, like, I keep my DMs open because, like, you know, sometimes people will ask me questions on Twitter, and, like, sometimes that's just how, I interact with some VTubers, and, oh, yeah, get you some food, yo, get you some food. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is neat. And then, like, basically every day, I think I get, like, 6 separate, like, crypto scams. Where like I get added to a group call. It's like crypto scams and like Japanese mommies in your area. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's not. The crypto scam is more believable, and it's not. But like It sucks. I just like have to just like blast my inbox like every like 0.3 seconds because of that. The holsters go to Offkite? I guess there was like there also was a Hollow concert too. Yeah, I gotta get to Offkite next year. I'm feeling Titanic FOMO now. Holy shit! I was like, I didn't think I was feeling that much FOMO. That was a lie. I mean, it was true at the time. I was not lying to you, but I'm just like thinking like now and just seeing like seeing more stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So I gotta figure out how to get to California. I gotta figure out how, like, I want to know how people get like standees made and do panels and stuff. I gotta figure out how I gotta figure out how that works because I want to do that. I want to do that. I think that would be cool. Maybe teach people how to minis at Offkai or whatever. I don't know. How does one Warhams at the Offkais? Something like that. Shinori, Haka, and Gerard. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, like a pretty sizable amount there. Okay, like that's like 2 separate Hollow Stars gens. I have not kept up with the Hollow Stars basically at all. The New York cons, I don't know what the New York cons are. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. If I can find out when, I'm still probably unlikely if I'm going to be honest. Like maybe next year. Oh, I just missed a bunch of blue on there. I could use some. Like Anime Con and Comic Con. I'm torn. So like, I like MagFest because it's close and convenient to me, and like I feel like Offkai has enough like VTubing interest stuff for me there. I don't know like a general comic or like a general comic or anime con would really make a lot of sense, at least for me anyway. Gen Con would be neat though, and I still maybe might attend Nova. I think Nova's in August. I don't think I would go for a while. I might see if I can get like a day badge for Nova and just like walk around. But that even that I gotta get like, should start doing some more prep for that because that's like a whole thing. How you doing, Sethy? Welcome. How you doing? Origins just wrapped up today? Oh, the way they like the Offkai stuff, or are you referring to something totally different? I'm just totally blanking on. Okay, a little bit. There's like a little bit. They're both gotcha. I mean, I like Corpo VTubers enough. Like, I don't hate them. And like, there's a couple like I do like when I watch. I at this point when it comes to Corpo VTubers, I'm like a filthy clip watcher. That's how you doing, 104 Attack Battalion. How you doing? Yeah, this is technically more like Mordheim terrain at the moment. I also want to use it for Trench Crusade. But yeah, I do Warham's painting. I can show you. Like right now, my big project is a bunch of... There we go. Bunch of Noise Marines are being cranked out, and on they're very slowly. And then on Tuesday, I want to work on this lad, who's going to be my Lord Exalted. Oh yeah, Trench Crusade Enjoyer. Let's go. I played today. I was doing Methodius Trench Pilgrims, and I love Big Gun. I love my big Jesus gun. It does work. It does so much work. Holy shit, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I do. Did my camera freeze again? Oh my. Sometimes my camera freezes. Oh man, there we go. Yippee. Yeah, yeah. If you like mini stuff, I'm definitely a mini stuff guy. Yeah, I technically at this point have a army for everyone but New Antioch. Hey, depressions are good to be fair. What happened is that my shop, everybody plays New Antioch, like everybody. I'm still putting together a Papal States warband. Like I got this guy who needs to be like touched up. Who's gonna be my lieutenant. And stuff like that, but yeah, it's been going a lot slower than my other armies, mostly just because like the necessity is not nearly as strong. Prussians, I was looking at Prussians at first, but like Prussians are really cool to the fact that like everybody wanted to play it. I have like a very minor hipster streak when it comes to armies. It's like if people are doing stuff, I'm like, oh, I want to do something else then. Like it's not like Prussians. Bleh. It's more just like, well, I can't. Like I got that same problem that like if I'm in a restaurant and someone orders what I order, my brain is like, you got to order something else. Al, you got to order something else, and you're like, why? You gotta. you gotta order something else. That's just how it is. Like that totally like weird irrational thing. I'm like that for Trench Crusade sub-factions. I am doing Papal States though. I think Papal States is pretty neat. Also, it does let me use a lot of my mercenaries, which I just happen to have. I happen to have a decent amount of mercs. And how you doing, Dash Shift? How you doing? How you doing? Nice. And Smork, I said hi to you too, right? I think so. Yeah. Get some of these like little darker. I probably want to do maybe like one more layer on the tiles, maybe. Yeah. The hipster, I don't even know if the hipster reflex. Like I said, it's for like, I do that with food. I'm not a hipster food guy. I eat really like bland and plainly, if anything. But except recently, I've discovered like I do my like bachelor chow thing, like the big like baked chicken thighs and rice and kale and mushrooms and stuff like that. It's pretty solid, but like. I've been coasting on a lot of Lauganma for flavor lately, because goddamn, I've discovered I love Lauganma. How you doing, Kurojin? How you doing, Ergon? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, there's also, like, I haven't even begun to look into, like, Kickstarter armies with variant rules and stuff like that. That I have not touched. Like, I'm sure there's some good... I'm curious what the Great Hunger is going to be like, because fucking, they haven't released the French pigs yet for Grail, and they haven't released... Like, the Grail is basically, like... It got a bunch of updates when like the big update stuff dropped, and that was cool. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Lurk as much as you want, yo. Lurk as much as you want. Yeah, but the trench pilgrims are really fun, but also just because like because I do heretics tend to skew more melee. Like you know, you could do range like Heretic Legion, but like if you're talking just like, you know, Grail and Court are more melee than range kinda. And I was like, okay, if I'm doing like an Abrahamic faction, I want one that can shoot, and I don't want to do New Antioch. So I did Methodius, and ooh baby, let's go. A lot of maces basically selling your soul. Oh, gotcha. Wait, are you using the official ones? Do you have access to a 3D printer? I know a lot of people will just use like historical minis, which probably wouldn't be too bad for Prussia. So, maybe I kind of was under the impression that the pigs were going to be a sub-faction. Maybe it was just going to be just like, because I thought the implication was that, at least for me, that like the little pig dudes were going to be like a unit. I'd be totally willing to believe that I misremember that, because my memory is terrible, but like, you know. Yeah, I still need to look up the lore article for Path of the Beast, because that seems neat. I'm still going to be way more Church of Metamorphosis once that comes out, but like Path of the Beast, cool. The edges. If there's like a little bit of like the old brown underneath, it's not the worst. But hey, there we go. Yippee! Let's go. Great Pilgrims is so cool. Ooh, hell yeah! That does sound rad. That does sound very, very, very rad. Hell yeah. On there. Continue to get in there, and then luckily the nice thing, if I get dirt anywhere, it's just more dirt. So like, you know, if I get brown anywhere, it's just more dirt, so I can like move that around. There was somebody who was making like Trench Crusade Japanese, and I cannot remember who, unfortunately. It was like I would have to look that. Is that brick? I think that's a brick. I'll have to wait for that to dry a little bit and get that grayed out. But yeah, I've seen a couple of people do various takes on the Japanese stuff, which I think is neat. I don't know. I'm very torn because like I like people doing their own thing. Also, D'Angelo 6667. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. My brain was like, yes, D'Angelo. How you doing? Welcome. I'm currently working on this this house, so I can put my little Trench Crusade minis. That's fine. I can just kind of rub it off with my finger. Yippee! We're doing good. Hell yeah! Let's go. I'm having myself. I played some games today. I got a. My shop had a Chaos Sorcerer Lord for like super cheap, and I know they're not particularly good for Emperor's Children, but I was like, yeah, it was cheap enough. Yeah, no, the money, yeah, money cost is totally fair. That is an understandable roadblock. I get you on that. I do. Yeah, that's also a mood. Yeah. Heretic yokai, yeah, heretic, like yokai court would be kind of fun, where you just lean into more like, yeah, the yokai. The thing is, yokai are like, some of them will fuck your ship, and some of them will be like, I'm just gonna block your doorway. Like it'd be interesting. I want one that's like less lethal. The Great Plains. Ah, gotcha. Get on there. Yeah, I live East Coast, which makes I live in an area that's actually like really blessed for game stores and stuff. So I have a little bit of a benefit on there. The night helps for most of them. Oh yeah. You gotta get them the cool hats. Yeah, just like the eye in the asshole guy. The whole like stealing your soul through your asshole though is kind of rough. Like, cause like that's generally not great. That's not a fantastic place to be in as like a person. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. There's like if you want to like go to like weird like fringe Christian stuff, there's like it was like the Taipei Revolution in China, where some guy was like, I'm the brother of Jesus, and then it was that kind of stereotypical thing. It's like, yeah, I'm the brother of Jesus. 3 million people were dead. Holy shit. When China has a big revolution or whatever in history, or like a big revolt or like a big war, they don't fuck around. They do not fuck around. Oh my god. Oh, I need to do like all the gray in there. Gonna get like a little bit of like wood on some of this like back stuff. Yeah, East Coast has been nice. I was more of like a Midwestern boy growing up, and then now I'm living here, and it's pretty legit. Yeah, it really like my knowledge of like Imperial era China is really weak, because I don't know, but like there's one point where like my DM wanted to run like a game that was set in that era, like a TRPG. I forget what system we were using. I just remember it was like one of those that had like void as a stat, like one of those like elemental stats, and just like reading up on the time around there was like, oh my god, it was like something. There's like it was like this. This is gonna sound incredibly stupid. It was like something to do with like yellow bandanas or yellow scarves or something like that. I wish I had memory that was not garbage so I could recall more than that, but that was just like the general gist. Yeah, it was kind of like that reading that, Charlie. It really was. It's bananas. Because like there's a joke about that where it's just like, yeah, like these two guys got into a beef, 2 million people dead. And then it's talking about like in the western side where it's like two guys with incredibly long names just like getting into a dirt field and just like shooting 3 guys, and then the country changes hands. Yeah, something about Yellow Turban stuff. That was the Yellow Turban Rebellion. I think we were playing a game that was set after that era. Like it was like we were post cleanup. Okay. I've played one Dynasty Warriors game. It was the baby version for the GameCube. Because like I was a Nintendo only person for many years. And I just didn't have a lot of options. So there was like there was like a let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's called Mystic Heroes. Which I think this is it's made by Koei, so like it is a Dynasty Warriors game. Okay, oh god, this is I love it when a game is old enough that like the actual like screenshots are just fucking itty bitty. They're so small. So fucking itty bitty. Let me get this on the screen right now. I've been doing a lot of like 3D prep today stuff. Yeah, this is the one Dynasty Warriors game I played. You'll notice that it looks fucking bizarre. Because like I said, it was basically like Dynasty Warriors for babies. I wasn't a baby at the time, but oh, shit. No, I'll leave Andrew Hussey on here. It's fine. I'll put Dynasty Warriors for babies around the side. There we go. Yep. Also, 104 attack battalion. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of I'm sure a lot of it's exaggerated and stuff, but like even if it's not, even the like, you know, bits of art still sounds pretty bonkers. So yeah, it was weird. We set a game during the, I guess, the Yellow Turban Rebellion. I believe we were working for the government. And I think the problem is like you know, the thing that you assume that the PCs are just kind of inherently like anti-authority. They're gonna be like, yeah, like, oh, these guys are bad. We're gonna rebel and we're gonna like help out and become like cool Robin Hood here, because that happens very often, right? You know, that's like a pretty common occurrence. I think at the time everybody was like, oh, we're playing a game in like this kind of era of China, and we're government agents. We should make ourselves extremely loyal to like match the setting. And we were just like the most like, are we the baddies as we were carrying out our missions exactly? And I think for a while, I think the DM was like, "Oh, this isn't working how I was expecting. I was expecting you guys to rebel, and ironically, you rebelled by staying entirely to the premise. But like playing like government agents fucking up people is not great. So I think the campaign shut down after that. Ah. Okay, let me take a drink. Thank you, Jay. Give me a baby now. I'm older than most of you. I can't be baby now if I'm older than most of you. Oh, grilled bear meat. Delicioso. It's also like it's something for bear. Italian for bear, maybe. But yeah, have yourself a good night, Jay, and take it easy, yeah? Hero of Chaos. I must defeat chaos. I've never played Stranger Paradise, but I kind of want to. No, I can't be baby, guys. I can't be baby. You guys, a lot of you guys are just like fucking like goofy little zoomers. I can't be baby if you all, if I'm baby, you guys are fucking embryos. Like just fucking like free floating wigglers. Basically super fan. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I just love how like a lot of fanfics have sort of transcended, become like, oh yeah, no, this fanfic is natural, like national literature now. It's very important. And at the time, it's just like fucking like I'm just thinking about the fucking like Dante's Inferno. How much of it's like, hey, that guy that I hated, he's burning in hell now. Yeah, look at him burning in hell. It's just very, very funny. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna be 30. Oh shit, my birthday is coming up in like 2 months. Oh, I have 0 plans. I have 0 plans for it. But I will be 35 soon. Relatively soon. Oh yeah, there's dirt in the fire. I'm trying to get some angles that are a little tricky, so if you're like, what the fuck are you doing now? That's what's going on. I'm working the angles. Yeah, it's transcendent fan fiction. It's just so good because somebody was just like, I'm gonna do this in an era of history where fan fiction can become like effectively like soft canon. Like a lot of people just think of Heaven and Hell exactly like Dante did. For a book, which is really, really fun. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. That's like you know, a lot of people like with like 2 guys had a rebellion, 2 million dead. I do also like the versions that include the European version, where it's just like people with incredibly long names dying for dirt in the middle of nowhere. Did you hand type that? Did you not copy paste that? Because if so, honestly, kudos. That's very impressive. You didn't have to do that, but you went the extra mile. For that, I applaud you. The nice thing is I primed this brown because I figured if anything gets missing, it'll still be dirty and weird. So you could. Oh yeah, because everyone's just taking screenshots of screen. Oh fuck, you're right. Oh man, that's what a hellscape we live in now in the year of our Lord 2025. Dante Senpai, oh. His Oshi Virgil is just very fun to think of like that. I guess that do be fair. To be fair, what is it like? Is it weird that sometimes like? Do you guys remember there was like that Dante's Inferno game? I never played it. Part of me feels like it would be really funny to play. Like it's just like you know, like peak like 360 era, just like overhyped trash. I think that could be pretty fun, honestly. Like I remember it's like it was like, well, yeah, do you not have God of War on your system? Now you do. Dante's Inferno. Yeah, Christian God of War, yeah. Did I give it animate? Oh. That might be a good movie night movie then. Just play through Devil May Cry one of these. I have basically like every Devil May Cry, and I've been just fucking waiting for it. Just waiting for the day I feel like my mimic goo to explode. All right, so I'm gonna try a thing now. I need to try a thing. I'm gonna try this thing. So dry brushing I don't think is gonna be great. But where's my thick? I've used the brush. It's my bore brush. I just want to see what happens if I take a neutral gray. Get a little bit of water to thin this out, but not like a huge amount. See if I can stipple a lighter gray on top of it. Oh, actually, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So because it's a 3D print, I have to be really careful about like dry brushing doesn't necessarily work very well, but like to hit it like this where I'm kind of just like hitting the top without like leaning into the texture, I think works fine. There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, but like but God, terrain's just super fun. It's just super relaxing to paint. Like it's super nice. I don't know if I'll do any more next week. I think this thing is gonna get like done enough to the point where I could be like, yeah, this is like, you know, because I need to do an oil wash on it, which is gonna also like help me get some of these cracks. Get that little bit of little bit of stone texture. Doesn't need to be super fancy. Yippee! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I guess like the lighter I get it to, probably like the more like natural it looks. This is also like a medium gray. It will probably dry a lot darker. So I just know I probably don't need to even worry too much. Oh yeah, Plomo's super chill. Like I like mini painting, but like objectively, I think like Plomo and terrain stuff is just inherently more chill. I think it's because like, you know, like the journey to the final product is a lot easier because like, you know, there's always that step when you work on minis, you're like, this is garbage, I fucked it up, and then you're like, oh no, this is fine. This looks good. You don't really got that with Plomo. It's just more like, this isn't done. Oh wow, it's done! Yay! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, wait, I've only played the original Battlefront 2. Or I know Star Wars Battlefront. I guess there is other Battlefronts as well. I just totally forgot about this. Issue right there. Yo, let me go around the side and come back to that. Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't even have to like really focus this super bad. I just gotta kind of keep it like roughly on the side. And then this side is, oh yeah, okay, it dries a lot more. It dries a lot more neutral, which is good. Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad Steam price. Yeah, once again, I love the Onigiri kit. I know those look like hell, but I always find those kits super relaxing whenever I gotta do them. There we go, and then I gotta go back. Then I gotta finish off the wood, and like the wood's probably like the big thing that's gonna be like I need to get before I finally like get this thing to oil wash town. How am I doing? Oh, I'm not even like an hour in. Oh my god, I'm making like stupid good progress today. Not that I thought that this would take a lot, mind you, but still. I should probably dry brush the metal first. Actually, no, honestly, well, no. It'll be fine, I say, coping vigorously. I think I'm getting better at finding like the magical ratios that like where this stuff kind of looks like pretty decent. Let's go. But yeah, Plomo is like, honestly, I need to sit down and just do some model building. I really wanted to do more of that when I was sick, but it was like I was just not feeling anything. I was just like, oh god, okay, I got off the guild, sleep. And then, like, whenever I, like, take a nap, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel like shit. Like, that's not even unique to, like, being sick. Whenever I just take a nap, I just always feel bad. My body tricks me and be like, hell, you know what you need right now, buddy? A nap. I'm like, that's a great idea, knowing that's not true. Knowing that objectively is false. It's lies. It's lies that my horrific jelly body tells me. And then I wake up and I feel awful, and then I just waste the rest of the day just kind of like in like a half-day state. It's the worst. But I need to do that to recover, so I felt less bad this time about it, but still. I get to like the interior of this now. Probably want to touch this up, like little, like just like maybe touch up like a little bit of the of like the little tiles. Like they're fine enough. I think if I actually go over it with like a dark layer, it'll look pretty good. Then the dirt will be like, I think the dirt is just going to be replaced with like pigment powders or something like that. How you doing, Flaming? How you doing? How you doing? Also, Tomb King on zombie. Oh god, yeah. Like you how do you even counter that? Like part of me was like, that feels like an excessive amount of Giselles, but then like also Warhammer Fantasy, so like, or the old world. Like I don't know. I don't know how many Giselles is too many or not enough, but I'm glad you had fun at the very least. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. You said you did okay. I'm assuming that when you said okay, that there was fun involved. How you doing though? How you doing? I'm working on the house. Going pretty good. Salacious B. Crumb. Oh, that's it. I keep forgetting that that's his name. It's like one of those like miscellaneous Star Wars facts. It's like you're like, we're like, wait, did George Lucas name Crumb? Like who named Crumb? It feels like one of those things that like I would like to say George Lucas did because that feels very George Lucas, but also if you told me that was like a Frank Oz thing, I'd also believe that because that feels like it could be a Jim Henson Company and Friends like little joke name. I could see either one of those on 100%. Get like a stock. I will say that like even this like boar bristle brush is doing very well. It's still getting very fucked by this technique. Oh my god. I might need to order some spares. I guess it's like, you know, it's still like I'm never painting like precise things with it. Not like the worst. That's Neil Russell just compares night comes to the 80 archers. Oh god. So I mean, I guess it's always kind of been like a Warhammer thing where it's just like after a while a certain like a that was a bit that I need to remove, which yeah, actually that's not too bad. There's paint on this here. Why are you not transferring? Yippee! Let's go. That sounds like it would take forever to resolve though. Like resolving all those attacks sounds like hell. I don't doubt the power. Just the application of that power sounds miserable. That was a bit much. Went a little heavy on there. Oh, I would love to. I guess like I could technically like cut that hatch out if I wanted to do something with that. I don't know what I would do with it. I guess just give it the option to swing open. Yeah, so let's take a look at the ooh, god, this looks so much more complete with that. Oh my god, there we go. Well, let's do a similar thing with this thing. Maybe top. It maybe a little bit more. Oh god, it's so many Skaven slaves. Has so much speed with flyers, which is funny because I wouldn't think a zombie faction is really fast. How you doing, Tweety Verde? Oh, I see your name now. I get it. How you doing? Oh wait, did they just like entirely remove them? Weird. Huh. Fuck, no, I put the wrong paint. I was like, why is this darkening? Okay. well, I fucked up. Neutral gray. This off to the side. There we go. I'm doing good. I'm working on this house. And that's going pretty good for the most part. Mostly, like, I'm using an incredibly shitty brush, which I am, like, smashing the fuck out of. So I can make little texture bits on the stone. Nothing too wild. Once again, this is terrain standards, so like I just need this to like vaguely look like stone. Scar acolytes, yeah. Luckily, like it's funny, like you don't have to do that now, but it's still like not. It's still very expensive. Scar acolytes are still very expensive. It's just like funny how like that, like they're not like mortgage, like they're not like sell your organ expensive, but now they're still like very, like, you know. Spread that out a little bit. That got a little weight. To be a little bit more careful with this because this is a layer. There we go. So nice. 1/2 point each. Oh my god. Scryer acolytes were a Skaven unit of like a guy with like a gas bomb, and up until like the new 4th edition Age of Sigmar, they were metal, and you would basically buy them like more or less one at a time, at like what everybody like $10-15 a pop. It was like it was like an insane number for crazy people, and it's not like at least in Age of Sigmar they were never great. Some people would run them, and like a lot of people would do things like you would use like Blood Bowl models. Because some of those guys had like dudes that you could convert to look like that. Yeah, they're the Globadier guys. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. It's a crazy amount. Oh, this train scenario. I have not got to do the train scenario yet. I want to. I did the supply raid for the first time. That one was fun though. That was a neat scenario. I was defender on that though. I like how one of the glory things is like keep 4 of the objectives alive. And so in that scenario that I did today, there's the attacker is trying to blow up these objectives, and there's 2 ways to do that. You hit it with a melee attack. You're like, okay, you know, or you hit it with a ranged attack from a weapon with the heavy trait. That is, like, for New Antioch, that's free real estate. He got 4 out of my objectives incredibly quick. I was just lucky that the 2 in, like, the deepest part of my deployment zone were just out of line of sight, so he couldn't just, like, easily hit them, but still, it was very brutal. Gutter runs are okay-ish. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I've always been, I don't know. I'm always mixed conceptually on the giant rats for reasons I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, it's like it mentions it at the very bottom of the scenario, I think. The pyramid. The scale for Trench Crusade and 40k is just so, like, you know, 40k scale is just really stacked in 40k's favor outside of like the Zeely sequence or like the Meta Barons where you're doing like galaxy bombs and shit. Yeah, no, they're the like I'm trying to think of like what would be a good comparison. Like all New Antioch might be like an Imperial Guard regiment in like 40k terms. Which you know, on the context of the setting is a much bigger deal, but like, you know, the scales are wildly different. It's both out of, oh yeah. How proxy friendly is the old world scene? I imagine it's the usual, like if you're playing at a GW shop, you're kind of fucked, but like I know like Horus Heresy is reasonably proxy friendly. I'm also doing this. This is the first time I'm doing like the blue dry brush with Evil Chrome, which is not Warp Block Bronze, but something that I thought would look good with this. And I think I'm reasonably correct on that. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see them expand the game to like a full army thing. I don't need it though. If I'm at the point that like if tomorrow if tomorrow everybody involved with Trench Crusade just like got fucking raptured or whatever, I would still have more than enough game to entertain myself for a while. This was a FDM print. This is using a 0.04 millimeter nozzle. I have a better nozzle now. I got my better nozzle in the mail. I have not like plugged it in yet. So that's really how I printed these. There wasn't like anything super wild with their stuff, but yeah, no, these are definitely FDM. This is way too much material for. You could maybe work this in like this house in resin. There's other houses from the same set that if you did resin, you would just like explode everything. You would have like no money or space. It'd weigh like a million tons and be like, you know, ABS like resin would probably be fine durability wise, but like still not ideal. Yay! Yippee! Let's go. A little line, maybe. I get like a little bit of like a dark gray. Areas up. How you doing, Meister Miller? How you doing? I'm working on terrain today, and it's going really, really well. Hell yeah. Oh, camera froze. Blah! Hold on, let me fix that. I'll fix that in a sec. Just want to rinse out my brush so it doesn't get crusty. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, also, how you doing, Heather? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Genetic to create. Well, that's how you doing, Keto. Welcome. How you doing? I always go back and forth on picking up one of those terrain crates. They seem neat. They do seem neat potentially. I need to continue doing more dry brushing on this. How you doing, Billy? How you doing? I have pants. You can see the rim of my pants, also known as a belt. I don't know why I phrased it originally like the rim of my pants, but like whatever, it works. Oh, hold on, it's like a little metal tool that does not need to be with the brushes. Came in, it was all... Yeah, I think I had to, like, lay mine out and get it stretched out a little bit first. It eventually... I think eventually does uncurl itself, so you're not, like, totally fucked, but yeah. Belt with no pants, yeah, big if true. Now to dry brush all of these back into, like... Luckily, these are, like, pretty... Like, I haven't really touched up the wood in a bit. And I, like... Put these up. Yeah. You would say... If I had G-Dub store, like, I don't know. Like, G-Dubs is still really, like, dumb with proxies and stuff like that. But, like, you know... A lot of times it's just down to, like, the person running the store, and, like, if the person doesn't care, then, like, who cares a shit? I don't play in G-Dub store, so I don't have to worry about, like, the mythical, actually, that helmet is a 3D print, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave my establishment. I'm very sorry, yeah. Yeah, we only allow official materials here. And it's like, no, you like, hey, remember at one point where I could buy, for Forge World, I could buy stuff for Minotaurs? Like, yeah. Alright, do you have that available? No? Okay, then other people have Minotaurs bits, so, like, I don't know what you want me to do, buddy. I have no other options for this. And then, there's, like, a little bit up there. Oh, yeah. I'll get the rest of this and I'll go back and, like... Oh god, yeah, no, it was so hot today that, like, for some reason, like, my Bluetooth speaker didn't work. Like, my car has, like, a connector to, like, my phone so I can listen to, audiobooks and podcasts and shit when I'm driving. How you doing, Fuber? How you doing? Welcome. But today, I guess it was just, like, so hot that, like, shut down. I was like, I've never seen this happen before. Weird. Oh, yeah, some of the 3D print, yeah, like, did they ever disqualify that? Like, I can't imagine they were jazzed to find out that was a 3D print. It was, wait, that was, like, the inverted vampire, right? Because they had to, like, 3D print some, like, inverted pieces. There was, like, something... Remember that was a thing to, like, some degree. Alright, then I gotta get that, Yeah, ain't no summertime thing. Yeah, that's... Yeah, some things just get so hot they just stop working for tech, and it's just kind of wild that that's like a thing that can happen. There we go. Trying to like hit their angles where this is going to be too dark. Well, for my convenience sake of debating, gradually making some... You absolutely should. You should absolutely do that. Just one day, just effectively, you'll just have like Tic Tac sized blood markers and just see if anyone notices. I am fully on board with this plan. This is an excellent plan. Oh, it's a chaos guy. Oh, I think there is a thing in the G-Dubs rules that say that like if you fully sculpt your own model, you're safe. I don't know how like consistent they are with that. That was something that I was vaguely aware of. That's the thing. Like if you sculpt the model entirely or your own bits, which is I would like to fuck around with like Nomad Sculpt or something and like make my own bits because that does sound like fun too. Yeah. I think if it's on the base, they're a little bit more lenient for like 3D printed like flowers and like rocks and shit. That I do think they're like slightly chiller. Once again, it's G-Dubs. They'll do whatever the fuck they want. Jerks. Bits. Yeah, another dirt layer doesn't do a huge amount. Oh, so it also has to be non-commercial too. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Chaos Dwarf armies are one of those things that sounds cool, but like if I was gifted one right now, I would never have the time to put that shit together. That would just not happen. All right, so one thing I want to do is I want to touch up the little red. Yeah, I'm gonna use a. Okay, I'm gonna use a darker red. I think those like look good with like the highlight, but I think I can like even it out a wee bit. Let me even it out a wee bit with this. But yeah, I'm lucky that I play it like a mom and pop LGS where I really don't have to worry about too much about anything at all, which is pretty nice. Like like one of the owners came today and was just like, "Oh, Trench Crusade." I was like, "Yeah," and like I buy paints and stuff from them, so it's not like I'm like using their shit for free. But like none of the minis I was working on today were like they're all prints, so like I didn't have to like worry about too much like official stuff for that. Like, I like this stippling, and I just want to see what happens if I just like do like a very thin red coat on this to kind of like even it out. Try to keep it really, really thin. Mostly just kind of near the top. Maybe like some of the side bits. We'll see how that looks. Oh god, I haven't played Lost Kingdoms in fucking forever. I know Bloom played it recently, and it's like I remember 100%ing Lost Kingdoms ages ago. I'm like, oh, that wouldn't be bad to do. That wouldn't be bad to do again. I've forgotten so much that I could basically do it fresh. Or died. I know. The army that I've heard that Robin Williams had was Eldar. For some reason, Eldar is the informal like this is what Robin Williams had as an army thing. I would believe he had more than one. Don't get me wrong, but that was always the one that was sort of like, did you know that he played Warhammer and had an Eldar army? Like, whoa. He's a person like us. I don't know, Robin Williams is a nice guy. It's just it's that thing that like whenever somebody finds out that like a famous celebrity does anything Warhammer, people are like, ooh, we're gonna put you on the funky Warhammer pedestal now. And at least like Robin Williams deserves it, but like and like Henry Cavill's fine too, but the amount of just jerking off that like people do for Henry Cavill because he plays Custodes is vigorous, and the man is chafing. Please, the man is chafing. Oh, I'd imagine like the funny sad thing, I guess, is like even if those weren't Robin Williams' Eldar Finecast Titans, those would still be ludicrously expensive. But the fact that they were also Robin Williams' Eldar Finecast Titans, I can't even imagine how much. Oh, was it Billy Crystal who did? Okay, so he did both then. Okay. There we go. Yeah, him playing orcs also makes sense too. Guy Fieri Flame. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. I should. Are there pictures of his army online? I would like to see it. I really just like seeing other people's stuff too. Like there's a ooh, I'll have to check that out. There's a Vtuber I know. I don't want to say names unless they want to, like, I don't know if they're here or not. But like if they want to say it. But they had their dad played Eldar, and they just had like a bunch of like really old metal Eldar, and it's just like, oh, I love seeing people's like older collections and stuff, because, like, you know, I had to make all my stuff as I went, like fairly recently-ish. So, but like I love the idea of like legacy collections, and also like, especially like second gen people. I've always like, I'm so jelly of the second gen nerd. Like, it's like, oh, it's something that, like, you know, someday I hope I can spawn a second gen nerd. That's a very way in the distance pipe dream thing. But like, I always like just hearing about that. They're like, yeah, my parents are big old dorks, and they were big old dorks with me, and we hung out and we watched like DS9 together. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. If you could, yeah, post it. If you could later also post it in the Discord so people can see it, but if not, I would be okay if you posted it here. So it's definitely smoothing these little splotch bits out, which is... I haven't been on Bolter and Chainsword in a hot minute. I never made like an account there or anything. Yo, big boys. I like when the Warhound Titans had like honest to god like dog heads. Holy shit! I forgot they had, like, legitimately I forgot that was like a thing. Oh my god! Excellent. Perfect time, awesome, imaginary goodbye. You fucking rat. Have a good night, Jay. You just knew. You're like, I must return from the ether to deliver that one final pun. Honestly, worth it. Totally worth it. There we go. Yeah. Good old Armor Cast Titans. Just kind of a what? Because like, if like my knowledge is very like weak on that. Weren't Armor Cast like an American subdivision? Like weren't they in the U.S. doing stuff, which I find just kind of fun if that is not a hallucination I made up and is real. I don't want to spread BS, but I vaguely remember just that they like might have been. Get a little pigeon. Get a little bit more around there. You got the right spec. Ah, there we go. Hell yeah! Look at me remembering details that don't matter. It's my life is like that. Yeah, it's just kind of weird how, like, you know, like G-Dubs is a couple, like, I know there's a couple of those like playing the world and stuff that are like histories of like D&D and from like learning about like Gygax's life and like Arneson and whatnot. There's one of those for Games Workshop, right? Because I feel like I heard somebody was saying that one of those was being put together at one point. I want to read that because I bet that shit's fucking bananas. I bet that shit's just absolutely like fucking wild. Steel version, they still exist, but they don't do G-Dubs. Oh yeah, because they probably don't have the rights to do so anymore. But like, good for them for still existing. I always like it when you see also like when you check out like an old gaming magazine or something like that, and you see like an ad or like, are they still around? And they're like, yeah. There was like one of those like games exchange places in Dragon Magazine that had an ad. And I remember looking it up on, God, what was? How you doing, Ars? Welcome. I haven't done a Dragon Magazine stream in like a year. That might be fun to do at some point. It might be fun to do again. I need to finish a game first, and then maybe I'll schedule one of those. I want to finish Silent Hill 3, and then maybe XCOM and do that. Sorry, going off since Kirby stepped. Oh yeah, no, that was funny because Kirby fucked up so bad that like that's when War Machine was at its peak, and then they like got a different guy, and it was like, oh yeah, no, this is doing good now. Okay, so it's like still kind of on the splotch you're in when I did this, but it definitely like evens it out. I'm okay with this. I gotta do like the opposite side now as well. There we go. I probably won't get super deep in there. How you doing, the Emperor Mankind? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Welcome. Peasant Dragon. Oh, yeah. There was like the one I remember was like, it was like one of those game stores that's like clearly like somebody's like attic that, like, you know, that they like, you know, like they would just sell books in their attic, and then like I guess they just still had a website. I didn't know if I could actually buy anything from that. No, War Machine's doing better. Like it was in a weird spot. I actually think being bought by Steamforged Games has really helped them out, because you know, people who are running Steamforged are better at like running a business than Privateer Press. Like you can actually buy like plastic starter kits now, and like the 3D printing stuff they're doing is really cool. I'm a big fan of their 3D printing section, where you can buy like out of print sculpts and stuff like that, which is very, very neat. It's very, very nice. Oh yeah, it's all good. And to know, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Have a good rest. I'm sure both, like, anytime there's like a popular game and like that's like Warhammer, it does lead to an influx of players. Like whether they stick around or not is like a very dependent on the game itself at that stage, but like otherwise, yeah, I mean, you know, people like, oh, I like throwing the I like throwing the rock at the funky metal bird. They don't know what Helldrakes are. Helldrakes barely are on the tabletop these days, from what I understand, because flyers are just not great. Which is a shame, because I think the model's neat. I always look at Helldrakes, I'm like, this looks neat, but like I also have no reason to ever get this. I could get one for my Emperor's Children, but like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, Balthazar Gil? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on this like funky little Mordheim house. But like, there we go. I think the plan is I can just start like, I want to do the same thing I did to the stone to the wood. And also maybe dry. I don't know. I gotta figure out what, because like the wood needs to look a little older. I just gotta figure out how to make that real. But yeah, I'm currently lightly glazing these in the as a way to even them out a little bit. I had a game shop a while ago. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. At the time, like War Machine was so much cheaper. I do remember when it was like, we like War Machine people would corner people trying to buy Warhammer. Like, hey, you want to like not sell also, like, would you like to like still have like your organs and stuff? Like, you don't need to sell your organs for this game. You should check out this one. And it was working. Yeah, now, like, I don't think War Machine will ever be as big as it was during second edition. Like, I think that ship has sailed, and like War Machine's biggest point was during Warhammer's weakest point. I think it's just now in that comfortable niche of like Infinity, where it's like, oh yeah, this is just like a game people play, and like that's fine. I think that's okay. That on there. The second edition was during the hype for sure. I'm in turn 2. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know how you'd make. I mean, other than just making flyers just like a vehicle where just like some shots have a harder time hitting them. Like that might just be it. Then maybe flyers. But then again, like I don't know if that just like ruins the dream of flyers. I don't know. Yeah, because like a lot of people were excited about Space Marine 2 because it was like an ascended 360 game in a way that a lot of people resonated with, because it really was. Like, I'm gonna be real, if you made Space Marine 2 and just called it like Gears of War Dominus and set it in the future of Gears of War, I would have zero interest in that game. I absolutely would be like, oh, whatever. Which is probably honestly why I didn't really play much of the multiplayer. Like, it's fun to play Space Marine 2 multiplayer with people. But, like, I would never play that on my own. I would never play Space Marine 2 multiplayer on my own. It doesn't, I'm not one of the person that's, like, a good target for that. It doesn't activate my neurons. But for some people, they were like, God, I've been looking for, like, a game like this for a while. So, Meister Beller, thank you for the sub, baby. Sorry, I'm legally obligated to say that. It's a horrible curse that was inflicted upon me. Legion War Machine game, the Legion. Hey, let's go. Let me know how your Legion lads do. I will live vicariously through you, because I don't think my Legion's coming out of my closet like anytime soon. It's actually not in my closet. It's on my. I have it on my mini shelf, so they're getting air, but not a huge amount. All right, red. So now it's just a matter of getting all this fucking wood. Matter of getting all the wood. What options? Let's start getting that out. Oh, hold on. Let me do it. Hold on. Let's go. So this is a completely separate piece of terrain. And you're like, how? What are you doing? What I'm doing is I want to test the wood. Like, I want to get a good dry brush wood recipe for this before I go like too ham. Too ham for you. It's in there magnetized. Oh yeah. That's a mood. I know, like for me, I was like, oh yeah, I could get like the War Machine app gives you access to like some Cephalix, like enough to get like a full Cephalix army. And I'm like, that could be neat. But I'm like, I'm never gonna play it. How? Why am I? I'm trying to like be slightly more careful with my purchases of like War Machine stuff or just like mini stuff in general. Like, do I really need that many? It's not always successful, but it's slightly more than it has been. Just want to get like a little coating on the tippy top of this. Now, dry brushing can be a little wonky, but like some of this might still be fine. Yippee. So this is from the same series, but instead of this being like a house, it's just a 2-story, just like, you know, just like floating around. Give it a blast. Hey, let's go. Oh, he's for Frostgrave too. That's like, you know, that one mini is most of your force anyway, so why not? You should paint your trolls. Let's go. Twisted Cryptids. I know very little about board games. That sounds fun though. Oh, I still have all my Kingdom Death. I have all my Kingdom Death bullshit. Oh, that does seem cute. Okay. Shamed you? Oh, that's fucked up. God, that's a fucked up thing to do. I don't know. I'm not big on that. I don't like that. I have a box of Kingdom Death, and I've done nothing with it. Now, I could do the... Let's try some colors out. Leather brown. Get 80. Oh yeah, I have a little bit on my palette. I don't even need to get any out. Yippee! Seem like a flash? Like Kingdom Death? Oh no, Kingdom Death is still trucking. It's just because it's a board game. Like, there's always so much you can really do with it. Like, you know, it's getting new expansions all the time, but it's like, you know, not a war game. So it just doesn't have like infinite coverage. Let's see, let's go one plank. Let's go like... Okay, that looks reasonably worn out. That's about... It's a very expensive board game with a lot of cool minis in it. It's Kingdom Death. It's Kingdom Death. It's like Dark Souls, Berserk, and Monster Hunter. Like this is just like the typical sales pitch. It's just kind of mushed together. You're raising like a little civilization, stuff like that. No, you could still play it like what's it called? Oh yeah, so this this is gonna be used for the tabletop. These are all tabletop pieces. How you doing, Ivan? How you doing? Like, I mean, there's like different expansions you can mix in and out, so you can get different experiences, and like, you know, even trying to like min-max them a bit more. I think you can play it multiple times and still be fine. Like, there's like an alternate campaign where you're like worshipping like a dragon guy. Up. That's looking probably the best so far. And the third option is maybe just doing the... That's leather. That's that is the green stuff. Let me get one more on this line. I find like a good mix that would give me a good color variety. Lots of pinup sculpts too. Holy shit. How you doing, Albert? I forget if I said hello. Yeah, there's a bit of like psychosexual horror in Kingdom Death. Not a huge. I mean, there's a decent amount. There's a lot of monsters that don't, but there are also a lot of There's a lot of dongsters still kicking around. I mean, the actual so the monsters have the body horror stuff, but the actual like minis aren't like, you know, they're very curvy and like, you know, stuff like that. But a lot of the minis like that are doing like the sexy stuff are like oh yeah, no, Kingdom Death goes fucking nuts. That's not even the worst, arguably. Like there's the Wet Nurse is kind of a weird example though, because you can't even buy that fucking model anymore. That model's been out of production almost like a decade now. Actually, I don't know if I need to do a second. These are both. I guess the third option would be like if I mixed them. If I did like a little bit of green and then like a little bit of brown. There we go. Let me just blow dry this real quick. I'm trying to color test real fast. The Phoenix has like a whole face and speak and stuff like that. I'm so torn. I'm so torn on these. I think I'm gonna go with the middle one. The middle one's probably fine. Middle one's probably fine. What we're gonna do? I'm going to paint the door. We'll do the door test. Okay, so let me get some more this dark brown on the door. Yeah, no, yeah, that's like yeah, 40K is very sexless. Like even people are like, yeah, I bet the Emperor's children are fucking a lot because Slanesh. They're really not. No, like it's because it's also because like a lot of setting is told from the perspective of like indoctrinated child soldiers who have had like the like sex and love sort of portions of their brain kind of like surgically removed so they could shoot bolter better. And because those are your like main characters, that kind of removes a lot of that kind of like atmosphere from your world. Like, you know, like could you have like, and I mean, mind you, internet will do whatever. Like, you know, you'll find like Archon of Flesh Kitari, which are not even close to canon, and that's fine. You're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want for fan art, but it's not even close. Yeah, but even like the Emperor's children are mostly just like getting high, like on their ships and like mutilating themselves most of the time. They're not big fucking like a lot of people like assume they will, because I think that's just like they're just like, even when they fall to chaos, that like indoctrination portion is still there. Like it's just still part of the process now. It's just hard to remove the two. There's probably like little jokey bits of perviness, but yeah, no, I can't imagine like it was even like that much. Let's be real. Like when people think of like sexy Warhammer stuff, they fucking think of the Diaz Daemonettes. Like, come on, let's be real with ourselves. You're probably thinking that. You're probably thinking the Daemonettes with the tits out. That's fine. They're good looking models. 90%, like, actually, that thing was like the pillar that almost all like sexiness in 40K rested upon, those models in particular. Like, we know. Oh yeah, no, I love the Kingdom Death art style. It's really, really nice. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not everything being everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't think 40K was ever really pervy, but I think people want it sometimes. Like I think they leave like the little like nods about like maybe like Space Wolves because people are like, my Vikings should fuck. They're Vikings. And then you're like, oh, I don't know, that's like not necessarily true. But Games Workshop, I want my Vikings to fuck. How you doing, Alrune? Yeah, okay, so occasionally, okay, occasionally you would find a mall that had like one tit out, but even then, like I said, very not a huge amount. Not a, like, I don't know. I don't think this setting still has a lot of dark fucked up bits. I think it's just not in the game. I will admit that a lot of that, like the art's way more sanitized. Make me feel old. My brother owns 30 of them. Your brother should feel jelly, because those are like legitimate collector's item minis. But yeah. Yeah. Nanos, me and Nanos are doing well. We're both doing very, very good as of late. Things be good now that I've begun recovering. So yeah, I'm kind of gonna run counter. I still think a lot of the 40K setting, even newer stuff, like Elemental Council and the Oaths of Damnation, were both like relatively dark books, and they're like newer. Like Oaths of Damnation was from last year, and Elemental Council's this year. But like, I think also because a lot of it is focused on, like, you get, like, you know, you got your Gilmans and your fucking, like, other big stuff. So that part I will agree on. But I also think that a lot of people remember, like, a model with a tit, and they're like, where did all the sex go from 40K? It's like, I think it was just one model with a tit. I think it's just like one or two models with tits that, like, when removed, change very little in the actual grand scheme of things. Yeah, I mean, Dark Elves do be creepy. The Beastman stuff. I always thought the really old Beastman stuff, from what I remember from the Realms of Chaos, was more like a normal human parents would have a kid, and it was like a holy fucked up Beastman guy, and they would leave it in the woods where the Beastman would find them. I don't recall that from the Realms of Chaos, like the really, really, really early shit. Maybe that's in a different book. Maybe that came later. Maybe I'm just misremembering that. I don't think there's like that much of that in there as well. Yeah, there's some, like... Yeah, Blanche art is really good, though. I do like his art a lot. Let's see, let me find... Yeah, camera froze, don't worry. I'm fixing it now. Yippee! Camera's been freezing a lot today. Let's go. Was there a Nick and Marathi model? Maybe a lot of the stuff that it was just in Warhammer Fantasy. Maybe Warhammer Fantasy was where this was all at, and that just never made it to 40K proper, which is why, like, I don't know. I will admit that my fantasy knowledge is very, very weak, so I'd be willing to acquiesce to that. Not that this is like I'm debating you, but I mean, just like, you know, I'll say what I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think some of the doom and gloom is appropriate, but I also think sometimes some of the doom and gloom is just stuff that people... It's that kind of like Warhammer meme kind of like knowledge transfer where it's like you hear stuff and you're like it just sounds right, and then people have an idea, and sometimes that idea is not true, and they don't feel good about that because they like invested in that idea. How you doing, Astrofire? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I think you do need, like, for me, like, Grimdark I like the Grimdark stuff. I do agree that there is a point where you're just like, yeah, no, if everything is infinitely shitty forever with like zero glimmer of hope, with nothing, and I don't mean like you need full superheroes. I mean like it's that thing that's like, yeah, we're playing a dark game, everybody. Like you're playing like a TRPG, and you're like, what are you? You're a peasant with syphilis. Okay. I go to the market. You die of syphilis. Or it's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, that's how it is. Life was brutal and dark. And you're like, no, A, no, and B, like, come on. Why did you think this is a good idea for a game? Yeah. No ethereals. I don't know. I will also say Elemental Council was really, really neat. Where it's like Tau do genuinely believe they're the good guys, and they try. They legitimately fucking try. Like they were conquering this planet, and they were trying their damnedest to like do it in a peaceful-ish manner. But also, you still get that little bit where they're still, like, a little bit fucked up. Like, you know, But one of my favorite lines in Elemental Council is they're like, two tower talking to each other, and they're like, we're gonna have to get harsher with the humans. We're gonna have to like take them from their families and send them to the re-education camps, and they're not gonna like that. But it's something we're gonna have to do. And the other tower's like, oh yeah, I mean, you know, just the re-education camps, okay, you know, we did that, that's fine. Like, it's just that kind of like everybody is just like, you know, in like hyper techno indoctrinated from an early age. But like, at the same time, they're like, one of the points of the book, this isn't like a huge spoiler, but like, they're trying to stop, like, you learn early on that, like, okay, what's without spoiling like anything. They're trying to stop an uprising that would lead to like everyone dying. So they're like actually genuinely trying. But like things are complicated, like things are, because like the tower running into the issue in the story of like, it's really easy to be like, yeah, the greater good. Yeah. And then there's this like one tower is like, yeah, I actively sold out human rebels. I befriended the humans. I was like, yo, buddy, it sucks under the Imperium, right? The Talva's really cool. You should join us. You get all these benefits. You don't get treated like shit. And it's for the greater good. And they're like, oh, cool. And then once the guy kind of got under their skin, they let down the planetary defenses, and the Tal just fucking came in and start wrecking shit to like get their foothold. And it just like eats at that guy's soul forever. Because he's just like, man, I betrayed like people who genuinely considered me their friends. Like that stuff works. Which I think is good for the, and then you get like Artemax is just like, yeah, this like grimdark Baroque monster that's just like, I'm going to make sure that humans are free, no matter what the cost. Which is really fun. Artemax is a very fun antagonist as like as a Raptor Space Marine. The Raptor chapter, it's basically like the chapter that's like the reasonable Marines, where they use like camo and plans and schemes, and they're practical, and they'll learn Tau so they can fuck with Tau. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I think now if you do want those like the naked lady models and like the spicy, luckily 3D printing is where that's at now. That stuff does still exist. It's just kind of harder to sell commercially, or even arguably it wasn't even that commercial when it was just ordering minis out of a magazine, as opposed to like, you know, having like a place you could go to with a store. So I think that little dynamic does change a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, no, but yeah, I will absolutely. Oh, you talk about the Vex Fuck Cruise? I do recall that one. I do recall Vex Fuck Cruise. Sorry. So we're just continuously trying to get these last little edges. Luckily, this isn't going too quick. Getting shit. I'm getting shit. Vect is, Asdrubal Vect is like the leader, last I checked, of the Dark Eldar. He kind of pops in and out of like, whether he's alive or not. Like most of the time he's alive in the main character. Sometimes you don't hear from him for a while, and then he'll be like, that was part of my plan. I every time I've read about Dark Eldar, I like them a lot. They're very funny. They're all absolute like gigantic cunts, and it makes every story they're in like magical. Like Manflayer, I think one of the reasons it was my favorite of the Fabius Bile books, I think it's because the Dark Eldar were like a main protagonist. Very, 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 very fun, lads. Back of this. It's going pretty good. Then I can just go back later and hit up some of this nonsense. Yeah, oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not even immune to, like, the Siren Song of Coomer model. Sometimes, like, I'm just browsing my mini factory, I'm like, spicy. And I don't get them, because, like, what the fuck am I going to do with them at the end of the day? It's like if I get a Coomer model, it's like, okay, what do I do with that? Yeah, I'm glad they're doing Dark Heresy, too. It's nice. It's nice seeing all the classics come back as games. I will never have time to play it because those games are ludicrously long, which is, you know, that's like oh, woe is me streamer issue. For most people, a long CRPG is like, oh yeah, no, That's why I play these. Give me infinite content. I love that. I love long game. For me, it just makes it streaming a little bit more awkward, which is annoying, but like not the worst. Just delays when it's outside. Ah, get you. And how you doing, Nitro? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, they turn you to like. I would never like. There's the three factions you don't want to get kidnapped by. Like Emperor's Children, Night Lords, and like the Dark Eldar. If I had to choose, probably the Night Lords. The Night Lords are objectively the correct choice, and here's why: the Night Lords will eventually stop. The Emperor's Children will probably stop when they turn you to drugs. Sometimes they'll just like, I think there was like, wasn't there an Emperor's Children guy that had like twins on his pauldrons and they were linked so they could feel each other's pain forever? Like that's not, that's not a great existence to be in. But also they tend to be in battle a lot more. So you have like, occasionally you might duck out by getting shot, and then the Drukhari will keep you alive like forever. It's endless torment. You're not having a fun time. You're not having a fun time. Never. There we go. Bricky plays Night Lords. I mean, that's fine. He did win. I did read the Night Lords trilogy because of him. And they are very good books. He's not wrong. I think it's just kind of good. I think I mentioned before that one of my more favorite stories is when like the protagonists are like very powerful, but they're still kind of like getting their shit wrecked, which I enjoy a lot. And like the Night Lords is about like a bunch of just like horrible monster dudes. Just like, oh fuck, we're in over our heads like real bad. We gotta murder our way out of this problem. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for that. How you doing, Lord of Bones? How you doing? Welcome. No. A lot of Emperor's Children will keep your ass alive for pain. Because remember, Slaanesh is the god of pain. It's just more like eventually you have a better chance of like dying from the pain or getting ground up into drugs. Like they might do that or like eat you or whatever. You have a couple of avenues out if you get captured by the Emperor's Children. It's not going to be good. It's going to be bad, like wall to wall bad universally. But you might leave when you expire. I don't think the Drukhari will give you the option to expire very easily. I think the best option in Drukhari land is to get sent to the pits, because the pits are like a quick way out probably. I mean, like if you're in the pits, just hope whatever in the pit will just like end your shit. Hey, your first Brachiosaur. Hey, let's go. I've been working on this house. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty legit. Like getting all the like the little edge wood things and some other nonsense. It's going pretty solid. All the like bullshit edge. Well, actually, some of these bullshit edges I don't need to necessarily get because like the washes will carry them. But like, oh, fuck. I'll be fine. Yeah. The homunculi are like worst case scenario. Gladiatory arena is best case, and then once you get past that kind of like mixed. Very, very mixed existence. All right, those bars I'll leave alone probably a little bit. There. Yeah, there we go. A lot more. There we go. Oh, and then let me get the tops of these, and I could probably... Oh, God, I gotta get this floor, too. Oh, my God. That's stone or wood? I think it's wood. There we go. Alright. I don't know. I feel like at one point that they really wanted to combine them. I kind of get the impression that with like the Inari stuff, they kind of wanted to mix all the Eldar into one Eldar pile. It was like, that sounds bad. I get it. Like, I do think that, like, G-dubs, in theory, could combine a couple of codices. I don't think that would have been the right choice necessarily. But I can understand the logic of wanting to have less balance bullshit to deal with. Because, but it's their fault for having like codex like everybody likes the idea that like no, we need codex Black Templars, we need codex Space Wolves, we need Blood Angels, and you're like, okay. And then you realize that there's just like enough of those exceptions pile up, and they're like, that's why everything is like in the state it is, because everybody wants that. Because it's just like, you know, if you have bespoke everything, then like you have to balance everything bespokely, and then that gets annoying. Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people play Night Rain. Well, I haven't watched it directly. I know a lot of people are really digging Night Rain. I have not super looked into it myself because I did not finish Elden Ring Vanilla, so like, it's fine. How you doing, Simimpignano? Welcome. How you doing? There's a Dark Elder, but nothing else. Yeah, I mean they're kind of like testing that out with the Harlequin's Wager thing. Wait, where? Hold on. Where are you seeing all these tortured dwarves at? I've seen a decent amount of like tortured models for like, you know, because like I'll look at like casualty stuff. Usually I mostly just see humans. Like I don't think I've ever seen like a dwarf model that's just like getting its shit fucked up. I guess I'm not necessarily looking in fantasy stuff. But like this is a complaint that is like totally news to me. This is absolutely new. These are the angles that are going to be like the roughest. I'm willing to believe you. I just need like a reference because I've never seen this. Yeah. There we go. See, here's what I think would be the boldest choice, and here is the idea of a madman that nobody will agree with me because my truth is too powerful. Like, you make a codex that is Guard and Mechanicum, and you make them available to Imperium, Chaos, and Tau in like limited numbers of each model. So you could have Tau Janissaries, so then you could have the Lost and the Damned, and then you could have like you effectively make baseline human soldiers. You make baseline human soldiers. Oh, and Gene Stealer cults too. Yes. You effectively do it more like a Horus Heresy Codex. Yeah, because like the more you read the Tau, the more you realize how much Tau stuff has human Janissaries in there. Like a lot of them in there. I was like, Fuber, take it easy, yo. It would be like Codex Mankind or something like that. Like I said, it's an insane idea. But you basically leave it with something that like people like, you know, you make it that like every of the major pillars, Xenos, Chaos, Imperium. Those are the three pillars of the game. That all of them have access to like dudes and tanks. And like you would get bonuses for like I'm running like Imperium only Guard, where you would get like certain models that you can't take otherwise and stuff like that. So there would be reasons to do that. I don't know. Like I said, it's insane and it does not line up to the way the game works now. But that would be like if you were to make like a Liber Hereticus for people. Like this in my big brain, it would be like you would have like Codex Imperium, Codex Eldar, Codex Xenos, and then Codex like Dorks, I guess is the best way to say that. And you make them these gigantic ones that will cover an entire edition, like like in the Horse Heresy, because they do that already and that does exist. Instead of having like flimsy little micro codices, you just do it in one big go. You do get some weird outliners for like how like orcs and necrons would fit into there. Maybe have like, I don't know. It could be workshop. The general idea seems neat. No, here's the thing though. If you make codex mooks, if you make codex humans, big brain move. You can use human vehicles and orcs. So then you can start getting your like looted chimeras and your like looted other bullshit. That's how you'd bring that back. Yeah. My chakras are very charged. I'm very powerful. Thank you. So hold on. I'm also out of water. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. So BRB. There we go. All right, I got my water. Yippee! Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, the powerful man. Like I said, it's insane. No one would ever do that. People would hit me with sticks, but I think the idea sounds neat. Yeah, exactly. Like exactly, Flaming. It's like I said, the DNA for this change is not entirely unfounded. I'm not entirely going apeshit. There are lingering places in various sub-games of Games Workshop where these ideas are in play. It does make me insane, though, because, like, you know, nobody would, like, you know, guard players would lose their shit, obviously. Like, you know, I think that's probably the big one, is that, like, guard players would be like, I'm gonna beat you to death, like, with rocks. If I had a magic switch that I could make this change instantly happen, I would disappear in the middle of the night, 100%. I would go down fighting, but man, I know I would vanish. A bit. Yeah. Games Workshop would never do this. And then in that example, I do think having one singular Codex Eldar would make sense, because it would be like a bigger one, and it kind of combines all of them. Yeah, it's a funny idea though. Well, the thing is, like, so I would argue less than I want to see like a scenario book. Like, I really like the 3rd edition Chaos Codex. I really like the way the Horus Heresy books are put together. Like I said, I don't think any of these ideas I'm bringing up are unfounded. They're crazy, but they're not unfounded. Hey there, Thunder Crusher. Welcome. How you doing? I mean, Games Workshop would too, because that opened up the whole, like, chapter. That was like the whole Chapter House lawsuit, right? Because they had models that didn't have, like, rules that didn't have models. Yeah, but I mean, you could even have some restrictions where it's like, okay, so like the Xenos who have access to like human auxiliary stuff would be like, you know, probably Tau, maybe orcs. If you let them into orcs, and you could bring back Digga Knobs. Hell yeah. Gorka Morka rides again, baby. Let's go. Fucking Cooper. Yeah, no, right. See, I'm winning you all over. I'm winning you all over with digger knobs. So let's go. Let's see. Let that dry. That's doing some shit. Oh, you know, for me, like for years people were like, yeah, no, the 3rd edition Chaos, like the 3.5 Chaos Codex is the pinnacle of codices. I'm like, okay. I never saw it. I was like, I'll believe them. And then I saw it at my used bookstore. I picked it up, and it's nice. You know what's hey guys, you know how in that book you make a Plague Marine? You take a Marine, and you give him the mark of Nurgle. Whoa, wild. Do you want to make a Nurgle Terminator? You use that on a Terminator. Whoa, what the shit? Like, it's so much more sense, and you get like way more customization and stuff. It's neat. From what I understand, it's unbalanced as shit though, which is the tricky thing. Yeah, but like I like that. I think, but also that's why I like Trench Crusade, because that's how Trench Crusade does it. You have a guy, you give him gear, and then like you can sometimes give them upgrades depending on the faction. Perfect, love it. That's exactly everything I wanted. It's got that same design ethos. Horus Heresy's got that too. It's just Horus Heresy's big thing is like it doesn't quite got that. The scale's big. The scale is gigantic, and you don't get that like you don't quite get that level of customization with like veteran skills and stuff. And you're doing like I know you can do smaller armies, but like every time I see people talking about Horus Heresy, they're doing 3,000 point games, which is just fucking upsetting. It's like, this is so much. These are so many dudes. This is so many dudes. I still want to put together my word bearers, but there's so many dudes. Here we go. Trade plate could do shit to Beyblade. Yeah, you get. I assume you have to still kind of like balance it out for like having like Havocs and stuff like that to deal with that. But otherwise, yeah. Also, the art's really beautiful. It's very funny too, because I don't know where they like like. If you guys saw like the art on the new Slanesh Codex, where it's like the kind of iconic Emperor's Children Marine guy, like I know that was in that 3rd edition book. Weird. So it's like that piece of art still resonates. It's still fucked. It's still very, really, really good. And for all these dudes. Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is also my fault. I'm looking to do like word bearer blobs. I really like dark channeling. I really like the idea of having like 20 dudes backed up by like an apothecary, and then you just make them so that they have no fear, and then you like you gull up your enemy while you got your Maragulls and your Galvorbaks just going in there and just like wrecking shit demon style, which is cool. But that also means in order to have the dudes to tie up the dudes, you have to paint the dudes. Some of the list I was looking at, as for examples, was running like 60 dudes, like maybe like 40 tacticals, and like 20 despoilers, maybe flip eternity, where it's like, you know, more tacticals and less despoilers, something like that. 60 vanilla Marines, and that's not even like that many points in that system. Like, if I'm like chipping bits or something like that, like a itty bitty little bit around here that's like a little fucky. Go. There we go. No, that's fair. I know a lot of people with that opinion. I like my Chaos Knights. It's gonna be hard to sway me. Like I get it. I'd be okay if Chaos Knights were just like a like, you know, you get a knight, but if knights are removed from the game, I would be fine with it. It'd be fine. I would still have my big boys forever for like Apocalypse or something like that. But I just love my big boy. I love my big boys. I can never not love my big boys. All right. Oh, hold on. Okay, I found a magical angle where where these guys need a little bit more. Okay. See. No, I think the go off was not like a mean thing. It's just kind of just like I don't know, like speak your truth, I think. I don't think it was that bad. I don't think that was like ouch worthy. I play my mech warrior. I just do more mech stuff. Should do that. It's at some point. But before the end of the year, somebody make me paint at least one full battle mech, please. I have so many. I should be able to knock out one. I can make that dream real. We're gonna do a floor test. But I don't have to go as like dense as the as like the what's it called? I don't have to go as extreme as like the stone. I just need to get some nonsense. Just like maybe like a couple little worn bits. That's fine. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Beach. But yeah, I don't know. I like that older stuff. But once again, that's why I don't really play 40K though. So that's the thing at the end of this too. It's like I don't play 40K, so it's like whatever. I pay 40K. I play Trench Crusade because that game caters to my play style and design ethos a lot more, which is fine, you know. It do be like that. Yeah. Apparently, because so like Chaos Knights but once I said I still keep track of like because I like Goonhammer as a website, just like you know, and I got some downtime at the guild, where it's just like. Apparently, the Imperial Knights got the same buffs that the Chaos Knights did, in terms of like points and shit. But like, you know, without the gimmicks, so they just do big damage, which seems really bonkers, honestly. You know, harvest soaked. Increases the sodium intake. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. This is working reasonably legit. Listen to Vocaloid. Oh god, yeah, no, there's been a lot of Vocaloid songs on here. There's been a lot of like I have a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Like there's generally if you listen to like my playlists that are very, to be fair, they're kind of quiet in the background, but like there's a pretty decent mix of stuff on there. Yeah. I'm at that time, so like where I'm at right now. Where I'm at right now, it's just like now it's like 90 fucking degrees. It's gonna get warmer, but it was like between 90 to 100 today. We got like heat advisory warnings, and now the bugs are back. So I'm getting that summer experience, baby. I think Pokemon's problem, like Lotta, is more that like Game Freak, like I think you can balance that kind of stuff. I don't think that's the worst. Oh, it's all good, Flaming. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Game Freak's got a very uneven. I will say, like, you know, Game Freak's kind of got a rough position, and it's mostly because like so much of Pokemon relies on merch, right? Like you know, the games are important to the Pokemon brand, but more as like a vector to introduce new Pokemon. So I have to imagine now that like that's one of the reasons I think Scarlet and Violet were like really unstable pieces of shit, because they're like, you gotta release this game, Game Freak. We need to make the merch. We have to sell the merch, Game Freak. And they're like, oh god, this game isn't done yet. Oh no, what will I do? And you get that, which apparently now it plays better on Switch too. There's like so many games that were on Switch 1 that apparently are doing like you can actually play them now. Like I think some of the Hyrule Warrior games were really, really spotty until recently, and now you can, like, they're pretty reasonably stable. I have never played a Hyrule Warrior game, though. Like, I'm not, like, against Dynasty Warrior-esque games. I just don't, I don't know, I don't go out of my way to play them. At least I haven't in a while. Yeah, yes, spin 500, get that FPS boost, baby. Hell yeah. By hell yeah, I mean, man. You know what I might want to do? After I think after I like do all the oils and everything, I want to try some way to just like sneak some like moss in there. I think putting some like I think what people do is they just take like powdered grass stuff and they let's go like flocking and they like mix it into a paste and you can just kind of spread it into some areas. I think something like that would look good there. Yeah, they probably have like bananas fucking crunch. As somebody who's I've played every mainline Pokemon game up until Scarlet and Violet, since Red and Blue. But though to be fair, I was already like, man, I'm really not feeling these newer games. Like Sword and Shield, I was like, this is not good. I'm not enjoying this. And like once I found out that like it was like broken, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I can't support this. I can't do this shit. Yeah, I think it's too late for the bullet holes, but yeah, the moss idea I think will also like I could use that for there's like occasionally like little scuff bits. I think the moss would be that. Up, very light little scuffering. There we go. Pretty good. And there was even Berserk Muso game, really. Yeah, I guess I kind of forget that, like, for a lot of like, I did hit this, but for a while that like that was like a very popular method of just like, you know, this is a licensed game, so you're gonna get a Muso now. Oh, what's going on with that? Like two perfectly round little dots over there. Here, that. It's out. Go. This one, yeah, I should have dipped for me I was like, oh yeah, yes, like I enjoyed them up until like my favorite was Black and White. I really enjoyed Black and White. I feel like Black and White was like, you know what, I think if they keep up doing what they're doing with this, the future of the franchise is bright. And then X and Y came out, and I was like, this is not, like, iterating on that, but okay. And I played it, and X and Y is, like, was so forgettable. Oh my god. It just, that game has slid off my brain entirely. Then I did Sun and Moon, and Sun and Moon was like, you know, I was already cool enough, but the Ultra Beast were neat. I love the Ultra Beast. Ultra Beast are, like, one of my favorite, probably, like, my favorite thing that came out of Pokemon in a long time. I just love the idea that they're just apeshit Pokemon from a different dimension where they don't give a shit about like design constraints. You know, say, yeah, just do what you want. Like don't worry about playing it safe with the designs. Also, what if I go like a little bit of like some stuff? I don't know if that was a good idea. I can fix that later. But yeah, I was like, okay, this is kind of whatever, but this is like way splotchier than I would have liked, but it's fine. There we go. Yeah, like Swole is, yeah, Buzz Swole was really good. Like what's something I really like? I like the bamboo rocket one. I just think her design's really neat. Stuff like that, and then like the little noodle electric light. They're all very good. I think other than the one that's like the 2-stager, I'm pretty like positive on every Ultra Beast design. Back bars. And all right. So like, there's probably some like little scuffy bits that like, I don't know. I'm gonna see how much of the wash fixes all this is up. So have a good night, Tech Battalion. Welcome. I'll remember you all in therapy. Remember me. Ooh, there we go. Get some of that, like way more worn. That up. I'm sure I'll probably go back in and like touch this up later. So yeah, some of this got really watery, but in a way that like kind of actually makes it look like it's rotting. I'm actually okay with that a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna set you aside. I do the same dealio on this thing. This is still drying. Let me quick. Everyone who's not already using a blow dryer in your minis, I strong recommend. It's really nice. Oh, hold on. Gotta, like, make sure I rinse this off though. Yes! Dry! Oh god. I'm getting it to like bounce back in my own face. I can feel it now, Mr. Krabs. There we go. That should be good enough. Sip. Big thirst. I'm very glad. I was expecting to be hacking a lot more. I'm very glad that like it's like the sickness is almost over. Yippee! I will soon be free. Like, really, just really go apes. This poor boar brush. This poor boar brush. This is like one building. I'm gonna be using it for probably all of these now. Yeah, I saw vehicles like, like none of the current vehicles that could be commanders are interesting enough for me to give a shit. Like, the only one that's, like, 2 colors that's even, like, kind of okay, I think, is, like, the Jackdaw and the Indomitable. Like, the Assassin's Creed pirate boats. And at best, they're fine. Like, they don't spark joy. They don't really, like, excite me. I don't think, ooh, new build opportunities. The new spaceship they showed off was kind of whatever. Like, I was like, it's neat. I could see potential. I mean, it being a mono white commander kind of limits it a lot. Like, not in a bad way. There's like, you know, just like, there's only so much you can do with mono white. Mono white's more fun. Like, I mean, honestly, it's more fun these days than it used to be, but it's still like, you know, pretty limiting in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's fine. There's not enough going on there. Like maybe it'll be cool when they use that opened up design space to make a cool vehicle commander. Shotokai is not a vehicle commander. He is a weird value engine that just happens to be vehicle shaped. But like, yeah, I don't know. So like neutral to positive, I guess, is the best way I can say it. How you doing, Scrotus? How you doing? Welcome. Working on the building. If I ever go like too heavy on this, do I go too heavy, I can just like spread it around. I say, doing the same thing twice. I'm gonna get into like I guess I don't need to go into like the super deep bits. Let's just assume that's just gonna be like off to the side, a little scrunkly. I fully believe that. I fully believe that. The fucking proliferate robot is actually really, I was like, real shit. But also like, I think it's gonna be so fucking stupid. Like it's my brain sees proliferate whenever you tap. And it's like, oh yeah, no, you're just gonna want to do like infinite untap loops. You're just gonna want to do infinite untap loops and then kill somebody with like, I don't know, a fucking whatever. What am I thinking of? Infinite tap loops into like, I don't know, like a dark steel reactor or whatever. So it's like, it's cool. I like it. It looks cool. I'm kind of I don't know. I don't think there's a way that commander will work. Like, he's gonna be like the Kilo, the Apogee Mind or whatever. It's gonna be one of those ones where people are like, guys, no, listen, I just want to play it. I'm not building it broken, and then they'll like accidentally do it, and then they'll be like, oh, we can never let you that commander live now because you're full of lies. It's like not an uncommon experience where it's like, you know, people are like, oh, my version of this deck isn't like the super duper turbo cancer variant, and even if it's not exactly, if it's even like smells close to it, they're gonna get punched in the face by the table, and then like they're gonna be like, I just want to play this deck, and then like, you know, they're gonna get upset because people won't let them play the deck, because if the deck works, they're going to die really quickly. It's a bad spot to be in, I think. But yeah, I also do like, I think, did I set the picture? Okay, there's the thing that's like exile on death, and then when you like exile enough, you can flip it over. And not flip it, you exile on death, and if you get enough, you can like kill enough of a player's things, you get one of their dudes. I was like, oh, that's fun. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, I don't know. The Jund one actually doesn't do much for me. I think it's because I've seen enough Jund sacrifice lands matter stuff. Sephiroth is cool. I will not spend $40 to buy one. If eventually he's going to be cheaper once those like the July restock happens, and I'll be like way more jazzed for him then. All right, what do we got? What do we got going on with this? So if I still want to do an enamel wash, like an oil wash. I want to do an oil wash. How you doing, Bird Moss? How you doing? If I never did anything else, looks pretty good. Looks pretty legit. Actually, like that like little bit of scuff around there, like that little bit of like the I used the yellow there. I think one thing I need to do is I want to do like a dry brush of a metal, like I'm gonna dry brush a like rust color, like a rusty color on there. To get the heat. Yeah, no, it's very hot where I'm at too. I feel you, buddy, on that one. Holy shit. Get some whole red on there. Or printed source. Oh, hey, let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, don't worry. I have like had 2 AC units in my house. One's in this room. One is in the room with Nanners. So she's fine too. Don't worry. Nanners stays good during the summer. I make sure she does because you know she's a snake. Or keep her in good shape. A little bit. There we go. Just like a very. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hold on. Like a little bit of this dark rust color, like dry brush. Nothing too fancy. There we go. So we got that on there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this came a long way, and it's looking really, really nice, which I'm very excited about. Oh, good. Knock it over. I think the last thing I want to do is I do think it needs one more round of like touch up on those. It's just like a little bit more of this buff color. So I think an ad thing is about to kick off soon. So as a heads up, that will be happening very shortly, I believe. The Demir Sephiroth looks pretty legit. I honestly, maybe picking up one of those packs wouldn't be too bad because like you get some packs and some stuff. Final Fantasy cards are sold out basically everywhere, except for the one place in town that has the gift bundle for like 70. And I don't even know if that's a ripoff these days or not. I don't fucking know. Take a sip. Massacre. I love Massacre Worm. I would want to do that, but my table would beat me with sticks. Holy shit! No, they would be upset. So let me get a little. Oh, so this is still gonna be very. This is gonna be very runny. I love it. Like Massacre Worm was like a card that I would use in every deck for a long time. So the idea of playing Sephiroth as just Massacre Worm like the commander does sound nice. I play aristocrats and stuff, so like my deck is used, my table is used to me like sacrificing their shit. I did open a random pack and got Zodiark, and I've been attempting to make that work. It's really silly. I don't think it's good, but like I keep trying because it's the idea of making everyone sacrifice a bunch of shit's really, really fun. Yeah, If left to my own devices, I would have an EDH deck that is just an aristocrats of every color. Did you know that there's a way to do Gruul aristocrats, and the answer is one of the Gimlis? There's a Gimli that, like, if enough creatures die, you start getting benefits. Like, you start fighting shit. So yeah, luckily, I mean, there was one guy that I remember meeting years ago who just had one of those, like, oh, every god's in this deck. Like, what's your deck do? I don't understand. Like, it just has, like, every god. Because like some people just see gods and magic and they're like, oh yeah, no, I gotta fill my deck with these, and like it wouldn't do it. The deck wouldn't do anything because you know, gods have no internal like game plan. There's no god synergy with each other. How you doing, Zeta? How you doing? I'm working on the building. Just trying to like, you know, get like a maybe just get like a little bit more buff in the middle. This paint's so thin. So fucking thin. I'm getting all this bubbling and stuff, but I also do think it will like work well enough. There we go. Yeah, it's like congratulations, you got a bunch of indestructible permanents. You won't win because there's no connective tissue. Oh cool, I discard a card every now and then, and also like you'll draw a card and then maybe you'll make like a snake. Great. I'm gonna play Magic now. You're gonna explode. Yeah, it's Shockman. This is one of those ones that like I did not know about this song until Corpse Channel. She hasn't done it in a while, I think. Oh, God, the flow at times is fucking up for me severely. But like she would do these like people would get together and like show off their like music playlist. I believe this is from Clavio, like the Dormouse VTuber. And it like I was like, this song I fuck with enough that I'm gonna put that on the list. I'm gonna put this on the list because it feels right. It's really good. It's just like a collection of very good voices. And I got like a decent amount of songs from those playlists. And then I bring my weird shit where I'm like, all right, here you go. Here's some fucking nonsense, and it works. It works for me. Almost. I think I literally just need to just like, I'm putting this on like relatively thick, and I think that's just what I need to do. You know, like not super thick, but like thicker than I would normally want to do paints. Because it just seems to be if I don't, this one tends to bubble. I think that's like a Vallejo flaw though. I had heard that there was some complaints that there were like people would have issues with paints bubbling. I was like, I don't understand, and then like maybe it's like, oh yeah, maybe they're just like hyper thinning them like I do. Which a childhood classic stories Battlefront Elite Squadron. Is a DS version of that? I guess everything had a DS version back in the day, to be fair, so that tracks. Yeah, hopefully you're having fun. I am recovering from illness and I'm painting house and it's going pretty good. Black Mage. Yeah, I don't know if Nekusar needs it. I wonder if that would dilute the Nekusar plan too much. Part of me does kind of want to get Kuja. Because I do like the concept of the Black Mage tokens in the new Final Fantasy stuff. It does seem nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. The mashups I've been. What mashups I've been a lot. DJ Cumberbund is one that I go back to as like a mainstay. He did one called like Dragula APT, and it is an amazing. It's effectively like a boomer collage song set to that fucking like which is a song that I did not hear until last Magfest because I'm so disconnected from popular music that like we were like it was like basically like a bunch of just like we boomers just like singing anime OPs, and then every now and then the younger people, who, mind you, are still like early to mid 20s, are like, oh yeah, popular song. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not any of the Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei OPs. What's happening here? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good mix. It gets me like weirdly jazz. I don't know why that one has got like a lot of good like pump up energy to it, but it does. Like I've clinged so much stuff to that fucking song. Holy shit. Yeah, I think the thing is like I don't think like Nekusar is especially like super crazy these days, but like it's another one. I put Nekusar in the same category as Slivers, where like if you sit down and think about it, Nekusar and Slivers aren't that wild, but like, you know, somebody 7 years ago got beat by both of them, and like, well, the boogeyman status will be maintained because Magic people have a boogeyman memory that just like never goes away. The Book of Grudges is real. The Book of Grudges is real for like Magic decks to make people sad. I will be a Sliver apologist for life. I will be a Sliver apologist for life because people are like, no, Slivers are fucking OP. And you're like, all right, name them. Name the OP Slivers. And then you just like show them literally any other tribe. Like, cool. Like how come Slivers gets this shit? What about dragons? You know, you got the fucking Like Miriam Sentinel Worm, you got the fucking Dragon, you got like all the Tarkir support. Like that's fine. No, that's fine. That's cool. That's fine. No, that's okay. How about dinosaurs? How about the new dinosaur that has Cascade? That's really easy to trigger for no reason. Ah, that one's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's cool. That's cool. It's just I always find that really funny. It's just really funny. It's because like, you know, because for years it was like the Boogeyman deck. But then, like, if you just have people, like, think about, like, what parts of the Boogeyman part, you usually get to the commander, and, like, some of them are pretty good commanders. Like, you know, First Sliver does let you get a lot of dudes on the field, but then you look at the quality of the dudes, and you're like, oh, yeah, a lot of these are, like, incredibly mediocre. There's a lot of bubbles in this internal one. It's fine. Yeah, Border Wipes will fuck them up. Oh yeah, the Alana Palani or whatever, the egg. I know who you're talking to, the egg lady. The may I offer you some eggs in this trying time. I find her, like, she used to be way more popular in my area when she was newer, and I think everybody who has had that deck eventually just swaps out for something else. It'd be nice to see her again. I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember you. All right. Still very splotchy wet, but like, you know. Hold on, let me... There we go. Hit this up to see anything that just like is like, I think that one wall needs touch up a little bit more. Yeah, just like this a couple sections. I wish I had some of my older decks. My oldest decks are not particularly old. Also, about this account. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Continue to be supreme. Oh yeah. Damage blast. That's a fun combo. To be fair, that's a fun combo. But like you know, that's not unique to slivers. All their other, you can do that with other creatures pretty easy. This relatively thicker layer around. Like, I love this brush. I've used this brush for like 4 years. By all accounts, this brush should be dead. But it's still, like, you know, Redgrass Games #2 brush. Like, this brush is so old that I cut the tip because I thought it was unsalvageable, and then I was able to strip the paint later once I learned how to do that with like isopropyl alcohol, and now it's just fine. I just use isopropyl alcohol every now and then to remove the paint. There's better ragdolls or preset animations on death. I think ragdolls are inherently funnier because you get that like kind of like organic kind of like cheese and jank to them. I don't typically play games where that comes up a lot though, so I don't like I generally had to sit down and be like what do I prefer? Because a lot of times like yeah, I just don't play games where like things ragdoll a lot. Okay, any bitty bit more. Just any bitty bit more. Yeah, I think like the thing is like I don't really even have a signature. My signature deck I guess is Elminster at this point. Like he's not that old. But yeah, I just keep just like moving my way through decks over the years. I just keep going. I was around the, like I remember buying the Mimeoplasm like pre-con when it was new. I was like, woo! They got enemy commanders. Ooh, look at these fancy decks. Ow. Oh yeah. I think there's all these interior ones. If it's a little thicker on the inside, it's not the word. The outside, I think, is basically good, and I think I'm done. Hell yeah. Yeah, isn't there like a weird thing where like the ragdolls like fuck up the game a little bit for like processing stuff? So yeah, let's zoom out. Behold. House. Like I said, I think I'm going to do an oil wash on it. and then maybe touch up from there. Once again, perfectly, like, if I don't, though, this house is totally fine. This house is totally... No. Oh, no, it's not done. Not done. Really quickly we'll be done, though. I'm going a little later because, like, you know, right at the end of the stream. I missed one crucial detail. These rivets. Luckily, I got my AK paint marker. I can just do this. Yippee! These paint markers are really nice. I do like these paint markers a lot. Like I know they're kind of like a meme, I guess, or like the fad. I don't care. It's fun. Those. Hey, there we go. Look at you, have yourself. Yeah, have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. I will be joining you shortly. All these little. Oh, is that one? There's probably like also little touch-up spots I might need to do. We'll find out. Around there, and there we go. Oh yeah, there's like a little bit of metal over here. That's how you doing, Kumet of Legend? How you doing? Comet of Legend. Oh, okay, goddamn. I saw your name, and then I just like, then I was like, now I'll read the text. How you doing, Comet of Legends? Welcome. Hell yeah. Yeah, I just gotta get that, like, that little bit, and then I will have to retire. Unfortunately, I am about to wrap up for the night, but it'd be like that sometimes. And yeah, there we go. House. Please fit in there. Also, Comet of Legends. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Hey, there we go. Check it out. We got haunts. Yes. And yeah, my plan now is to do an oil wash, and then seal it, and then and then probably do some stuff for the dirt too. Yeah, let's go to the chatting screen. Go to the chatting screen. And voila. Thank you for coming, nerds. I had a lot of fun. Next week we'll be back to regular schedule. Tuesday, I want to paint the Lord Cacophonous that I made when I was sick, in my fever dream kit bash glory. I actually didn't have a fever. I didn't have a fever. And then on Wednesday, I will be. I think the plan is to watch the Final Fantasy movie Kingsglaive. I think that's the plan. Thursday, I want to finish Silent Hill 3. I've almost caught up to where I was, but I didn't forget the shotgun this time. Yippee! Then on Saturday, more XCOM, and then Sunday, I don't know what I'll paint, but probably something Trench Crusading. Just because, you know, I am probably buying another Stigmatic Nun, so I might do that. I might do that. Damn, with that, I'm gonna cut the YouTube people off, so bye YouTube people, I'll catch you later. Bye YouTube people, and